All right, and we are live. Thanks for joining in. I'm Casey Dark with Casey Dark Fitness, and this is the Fit Family Lifestyle Podcast. And I'm here with the lovely Anna Maria Dark, my fit and beautiful and talented wife. And we're here to talk about how we help busy parents get leaner, stronger, and fitter, all while raising children and being busy parents. So, quick shout out to my man Austin with uh, Player One Productions. If you're looking for someone to create fire content like that intro video was absolute fire. That was awesome.
Awesome.
If you're looking for somebody to help you create some awesome content, if you need a photo shoot, a photographer, or you just want to hang out with a dude that's as pale as I am, um, hit him up. So, Player One Productions, link in the description if you need any of that. And yeah, let's jump in. So, first off, as I've mentioned before, last time we were on, we are EPN sponsored athletes. EPN is a awesome supplement company, and real quick, just want to talk about the different supplements that we use. I obviously use multiple of their supplements, but today I wanted to talk about Ballistic, which is their pre-workout. Ballistic is awesome for many reasons. First off, any of the EPN supplements are all uh, the flavors alone are amazing. They're absolutely delicious. For the pre-workout, they have Bomb Pop. They have I think this one is the citrus one. Absolutely delicious. Um, Mixes perfectly, dissolves, no clumping. Um, and some pre-workouts give you that pins and needles feeling. This one doesn't. It has a reasonable amount of caffeine, but doesn't make you feel like you're gonna crawl out of your own skin. Um, they also have transparent labels, so that means you know how much of each ingredient is in the product. There's nothing like this thing on there where it says proprietary blend of 5 different chemicals that you've never heard of. None of that. So it's transparent ingredients. You know how much of everything is in there, and it works. It gets the job done. So I'm definitely a fan of the Ballistic pre-workout as well as their protein. I talked last time about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch protein powder. I can't talk enough about that. It's delicious. I could just eat it with a spoon. Um, and for and I call her AM. Just if I say AM, I'm talking about my beautiful wife. Her name's Anna Maria, but I've always known her as AM, so I refer to her as AM. Um, so what I get for AM is Intra Energy, and it's a BCAA pre, post, during workout. Um, so what's up with the BCAAs? Why do you love the BCAAs?
Well, there's a few reasons. So I really love the BCAAs because they help me toning my muscles without having that soreness that's typical when you're working out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I used to really have a problem having energy after working out. Like if I get up early in the morning and have a workout, I'd be tired the whole rest of the day. The BCAAs goes against that and fights that, and so I'm energetic the rest of the day. It's not like a pre-workout where you're given this like caffeine kind of boost,
Mm-hmm.
but um, it's a mellow consistency.
Right. So it helps you recover from the exercise and the workout that you do so that, you can not do a workout and then be completely drained, but, you can function the rest of the day.
Right. And then the next day, I'm usually not sore.
Right.
If I'm lifting heavy weights, then I'm sore. But if I'm just doing regular hit workouts like I like to do,
Mhm.
then the next day, even if I was working a muscle group pretty hard, I'm I've recovered pretty well, and it really does help to tone my muscles.
It does. And this stuff must work because seriously, this woman works out every single day. Like, I have to push her to take a day off. Like, I haven't worked out today. You can take a break. It's okay. But no. So, anyways, if you're interested in getting any of EPN's amazing, delicious, and effective supplements, there's a link in the description where you can get 10% off your entire order on any of the supplements. So definitely check them out. All right. So I want to jump into today's topic, and I want to talk about, we're busy parents. We have 5 kids. We have careers. So how do we maintain
And side hustle.
and side hustles? Yes. How do we maintain our fitness, our health, and stay in shape, which we've done for years, um, while raising 5 kids and dealing with careers and just being busy people? And what are some of the top 5 challenges or struggles that we have to deal with while trying to put it all together? So, number 1 is snacking. What's the deal with snacking?
Well, when we're making meals for the kiddos, we make typical, spaghetti or um, things things with potatoes and lots of carbs. And for us, we eat less carb.
Mhm.
We have, chicken and vegetables instead of chicken and pasta and vegetables. And so at night, I have a really bad habit of snacking. I didn't get my calories during the day. I usually don't eat lunch or breakfast. I have a lot of coffee. And so I'm in a
The
calorie
coffee diet.
yes, it's true. I'm in a calorie deficit and then I just want to eat the kitchen at night.
Right. It's like hardcore intermittent fasting for her. I think last night we did I made like fried chicken strips for the kids, and then we had these cauliflower tater tot. I looked up a recipe for cauliflower tater tots and we
With
made
almond
those.
flour.
The kids were not a fan. They did not like them, so we ate
We
them
ate
all. I
them.
thought they were delicious. But then we had, broccoli. And so we
You
had
had broccoli. I didn't have any broccoli.
you never okay, so we had the cauliflower tater tots, and then we had grilled chicken. The kids had fried
From the air
chicken
fryer.
from the air fryer. And then so that meal with the cauliflower tots and the grilled chicken was what, 200 calories for the
It's like
entire meal?
260 calories or something like that. That's ridiculous.
Right. So kids have eaten, we put the kids to bed, and then we're absolutely starving. And it's funny because you've told me, like, I want to eat the kitchen, I'm hungry, but what kind of snacks do you usually want at that
Well,
point?
the problem is we have more kids snacks than healthy snacks for us.
Hot Cheetos, hot Funyuns.
I'm not into the hot stuff, but
No.
goldfish and granola bars and
Yeah, stuff that kids like and snack on. But
yeah.
um so it's funny because sometimes she'll tell me, like, I'm hungry and I want to eat something, but everything that I want to eat is terrible for me. And so I'll say, okay, food is fuel. It's not that it's bad for you. It's that, carbs are carbs, protein's protein, fat's fat, it is what it is. So we'll pull out, our MyNet diary, and we'll look at, okay, how much do you have
Track my
left?
calories.
How much do you have left in your calorie budget?
Like 1,094.
You can eat whatever the heck you want. That's usually the conversation we end up having every night. Like,
Yeah.
listen, you're still going to be in a calorie deficit even if you eat that whole tub of ice cream that's in the freezer. So, what do you want? Go for it.
Yeah, that was always really crazy to me. I thought that if you ate um, calories at night, especially if they had carbs, that would be super bad for you and you would gain lots of weight. And
Yeah, that's been that. I mean, that's a huge myth. That's a myth that the fitness and nutrition industry has capitalized off of for many years. Is carbs are bad, and you're gonna get fat if you eat carbs, and it's simply not true. Um, it is true that when you eat carbs, you're gonna retain more water, and so if you eat a lot of carbs at night and then step on the scale the next morning, it's gonna reflect a higher weight. But that's because it's water weight. For every 1 gram of carbohydrates you eat, your body holds on to about 4 ounces of water. But it's carbohydrate. It's water. It's mainly water weight. So it's not that carbs are bad. It's that they hold on to more water. So as long as I think of your calorie budget the same way that I think of managing a financial budget, right? You have, money that you set aside to make sure that the mortgage is paid, you've paid the gas and electric bill, you have gas in your car bills paid, all of the things that you have to pay, and then whatever's left is what spend on things that you want and you enjoy. It's no different with a calorie budget. You have this set number. You can't go over this number. Okay, you've made sure to get enough protein. You've made sure that you've eaten some calorie nutritious rich foods, vegetables, fruits, things that are good for you. And then whatever is left, you can have that piece of cake. You can have that chocolate. You can have that scoop of ice cream. But what doesn't get measured can't be managed. So it's, and that's a conversation we have nightly because she'll tell me, I want to eat the kitchen. Why am I still hungry? I want a snack, but everything in there is bad for me. I'm like, no, it's not. Food is fuel. You have plenty of calories left. You can still, you know, the
It's
kitchen
true. He
is your
tells me
oyster.
that.
Yeah. And I mean, the proof is in the pudding because we've, stayed very lean, very fit, you know, maintaining, I'd say I'm at between 12 and 15% body fat that I maintain. Every now and then I get to 10, but if I get at 10% body fat, then I'm pushing it. But, and I'm sure that you're 20 to 25, which is completely normal. So, I mean, you could still see your abs. You could still see my abs. Then, you can still enjoy the things that you love, even if it's late at night. And that's another myth is that, you're not supposed to eat before bed, especially a bunch of junk food and sugar. Um, the research doesn't support that. You can really eat at any time of day because you have to be aware that based on the law of thermodynamics, your body is still burning calories even when you're sleeping. If you were in a coma, you would lose weight because your body would not be taking in as many calories as it's expending from just your heart beating, you breathing, basic brain function, any autonomic function. So, okay, I'm done nerding out. All right. Number 2, family functions, gatherings, visiting relatives, birthday parties. Why is that a struggle?
Well, we go to my mom's house every Saturday, and
Every Saturday, Mama Coco.
Mama Coco's
I love
house.
Mama Coco.
Yes. So we go to her house, and she always cooks breakfast, and it's usually not the healthiest breakfast, but it's the most delicious breakfast you'll ever
Oh my
have.
God.
But like
You're not
on
allowed to leave
Saturday,
Mama Coco's with an empty stomach.
right, on Saturday she made kielbasa sausages with onions and peppers, um,
Calabacitas.
calabacitas,
Mm-hmm.
and um, toast with tomatoes and
Mm-hmm.
and fried egg.
She always does a fried egg. Every time.
Yeah. So are you looking at your couch?
No.
Oh.
Looking at your couch. Just kidding.
No, so that's a high calorie meal.
Oh yeah.
For Casey, it was high protein. I passed on the calabasa sauce. But
And
anyway, Super Bowl Sunday, there's all kinds of cookies, and there were all kinds of snacks. And so basically, your question was, how do you deal with those days? Well, other days you're in a deficit.
Mhm.
So if you're in that calorie deficit, then it equals out for the week
Right. It
when
evens
you're,
out.
yeah, it evens out when you're over your calories. I
Mhm.
had a day a couple days ago when I went over my calories, but I was in a deficit yesterday, so it evened out.
Right. So we 9 times out of 10 we know, like, okay, we're going to the Super Bowl party, or we're going to Mama Coco's house to eat, or um so and so's having a birthday party that we got invited to, or there's a church function and they always do pizza, or I guess our church did something recently where they were having I think they did it on Super Bowl Sunday. They were doing uh
Donut
yeah,
burgers.
Krispy Kreme donut burgers.
Yee.
Yikes. So kind of, if you know that there's going to be a day, because
We didn't have any of that, by
no, we did not. We had tons of cookies though. Thank you, Austin.
the
um, we know that there's always going to be things that come up where whether it's a family function, a birthday party, a holiday, where there's going to be a big meal. I mean, that's a common way that we bond as families, is we sit together and we share a meal, and oftentimes that ends up being really high calorie meal with foods that we love and enjoy, and we break bread together. And so if you're on a fitness journey, if you're trying to stay healthy, if you're trying to lose weight, you plan for that. And you know, same thing with, like I was talking about before, with the budget. You have this many calories. This is your number. So, if you're saving up to go on vacation, put a little bit extra in savings every month, so that when the month comes around to go on vacation, you have that extra amount. You do the same thing with your calories.
Yeah,
You
so like the week of Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, we ate less
Mhm.
and we're in a calorie deficit. So Thanksgiving Day,
We just
we
go
didn't,
nuts.
yeah, we didn't have to worry about what we ate.
And then you don't have this unhealthy relationship with food where you're like, "Oh, I feel so bad. I'm terrible. I shouldn't have done that. I fell off the wagon." Like, no, you planned for this. You should be able to enjoy it. You shouldn't feel bad about that. You did the work to make sure that you could afford that. And so I always think of calories in terms of, I make that analogy with money, and budgeting finances, because it's
Yeah, of
very
course.
similar. It's kind of the same thing. And Mama Coco is so funny because she knows that we, try to eat really clean and really healthy, 80% of the time.
Like just one potato.
And she still pushes it. She's like, "Well, you can have one potato. Just one won't kill you. You could have one
Just one
slice
piece
of
of
bread.
toast.
Just
Yeah.
one. I made cookies. You should eat the cookies." Like
Take the
like
cookies
we know it's going to happen. You don't leave Mama Coco's house hungry ever.
or without any extra.
Never. All right, let's see who's jumping in, joining us. All right. All right. Austin's mom. Hello, everybody. Hey, Amanda, what's up? Thanks for jumping on. Big fan of the coffee diet. Yes. How many coffees do you eat drink a day? You don't eat your coffee.
uh, no, 3 to 4, but they're the big cups, so like 16. So technically like 8 cups
Big fan of
because
the coffee diet. Me
a
too.
cup is eight
And
ounces. Yeah, technically because it's the 16 ounce and a
and
cup is 8 ounces.
And
So
somebody mentioned something about goldfish. Yes, goldfish are awesome. The one thing that's really cool about goldfish, same thing with like veggie straws or some of those, is the serving. If you've ever looked at the serving size, how much is a serving size of goldfish?
55 goldfish.
Nobody eats 50. That's like a
Who
bowl of goldfish.
who eats 55 goldfish?
Our
Like
son will eat
seriously? Y-
110 goldfish if we let
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Well, yeah. Most kids will, but an adult will just take a handful or two.
Right.
So
And that's not even a quarter of a
so then
serving.
you're logging your calories and it's half a serving of goldfish. And it ends up being like 80 calories
Yeah,
instead of
not even a
160.
big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all of you that are joining in, thanks for jumping on. If you are watching live, please do us a solid and like the video. Also, if you're watching live, put hashtag live. And if for some reason you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay. Really help us out. All right. So problem number 2, injuries, things that hurt.
Number 3.
Was that number?
Yeah, we're on number 3.
We're on number 3. Are we on number 3?
Yeah.
I thought that was okay. Injuries. What are things
Yeah.
that
Well,
we have to deal with?
I kind of have bad knees. I'm not sure why, but I think I have something torn or not good that's crackly and no fun. So I shy away from lunges, but I still do them.
Right. I call them Rice
Um,
Krispie knees when you're like doing a lunge or a squat and you hear that snap, crackle, pop.
yeah. Squats aren't so bad because you stick your butt out and takes the pressure off your knees. But lunges, especially jumping lunges, are
Mm.
um, terrible. But also another injury that I personally have is it's been a while. 10 years ago I broke my foot and I still have nerve pain, and then also I'm not able to bend certain toes and areas of my foot.
Right. So there's a range of motion
Yeah, there's
issue
a
there.
range of
Yeah.
motion issue, but there's also just nerve damage. So sometimes I'll work out without shoes um, because my feet will cramp up, and then I also am flat-footed. So things like that can get in your way, or you can choose to not let them by trying to um, adjust what you're doing. And
Right.
um,
Low key, I'm off the hook for foot rubs.
he is off the hook for foot rubs.
Because of the nerve pain, right? Like she has really bad nerve pain. So,
Well, and then Casey broke his leg skydiving, and so certain exercises on that leg are a lot more difficult. So he'll modify for that leg. And
mhm.
oftentimes with the lunges, I have to modify. And that's okay. You're still getting the same workout, the same exercise.
Right. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're still stimulating the muscle, and if you're trying to look for muscle growth, you want to stimulate, not annihilate the muscles. So, your form's not always going to be 100% perfect. I've posted some videos of doing, squats or deadlifts, and you know, some people have like commented on the squat not being deep enough. And, I have no shame in saying like, yeah, I'm still working on getting there. I snapped my tibia in 2020. And so I'm getting to that point. And I mean, I went from being a competitive runner doing half marathons to, uh, you know, I can get through a mile pretty decently, but there's still a lot of a significant pain there. And I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people our age and parents and people who have lived some life have some injuries or have had some surgeries or have something that hurt. And it doesn't mean that you can't be in shape or you can't be into fitness or you can't be an athlete, but there are things that you have to adjust and adapt to.
When I broke my metatarsals, I was probably at my heaviest afterwards. During the recovery, I was about 190 pounds. And now, I mean, it still hurts even though I'm less than 110. But like you said, you have to adjust
Mm-hmm.
for it and know that it's oftentimes gonna follow you, but you can continue to get stronger through it.
Right. And it's nice having someone to hold you accountable and help out and say, hey, you're pushing it too hard. Like, take it easy on that.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, hit that like button. If you're watching live, put hashtag live in the comments. And if for some reason you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. And thanks for joining us for a Fit Family Lifestyle podcast. And also make sure to share this video. Let's get this information out to as many people as we can, because I know there's a lot of busy parents with kids and careers that are looking to get into fitness, that are looking to lose weight, feel better, be healthier, be leaner, be fitter, and we want to help as many people as we can. So, again, just want to remind everybody, link in the description, 10% off for all EPN supplements. Today we talked about Ballistic pre-workout, awesome pre-workout, delicious flavors. Doesn't give you that crazy pins and needles feeling that you get with most pre-workouts. So definitely check out Ballistic. And then what's your
The BCAAs, I'm not sure what they're called.
the Intra
The
Energy?
Intra Energy BCAAs that help with muscle recovery and energy after workout. And it's also delicious. I didn't mention before, my
Yeah.
flavor is grape. So
There hasn't been one flavor that we've tried from EPN that hasn't been delicious. I mean, we have
Well, and they
Bomb Pop,
mix
we have
really
Citrus
well.
Blast, we have the grape, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
In the shakers, they mix really well. They
Yeah.
dissolve really, really well. You don't have any extra lumps of powder in there.
Right. And being into fitness and working out as much as we are, we've tried tons of different products. And you know, we did get sponsored by EPN, but I wouldn't promote anything that I didn't actually use or enjoy. And you know, a couple things that we really like about these products, like Am was saying, is one, they mix really well. You know, I hate when I get a protein powder and I shake it up and then drink it and there's like clumps of chewy powder and you have to shake it up more. Don't have that issue with this. Some of the pre-workouts that I've taken from different supplement companies are like really, really, really super sweet or super sour. Or they have too much of the stimulant. There's too much caffeine. I feel like I'm crawling out of my skin, and I don't get that with this. And you know, in terms of the Intra Energy BCAAs that help with muscle recovery and protein synthesis, I mean,
I don't have any weird feelings either, but like I had said before, I used to have a problem when I worked out that I'd be super fatigued for the rest of the day.
right.
And I don't feel that after having these BCAAs. I feel energetic and lifted and uplifted.
Well, and like I was saying, she works out every day, every day. Rare that she takes a day off. So, there's got to be something that's working. So, again, 10% off. Link in the description. 10% off your whole order on any products. Definitely go check out EPN supplements. So up to this point, let's kind of recap what we've covered. We're talking about the top 5 things that we struggle with in terms of trying to maintain a healthy, fit lifestyle, all while having children, raising a family, having careers, having side hustles. We talked about, first off, snacking, sometimes at night, wanting to eat the kitchen and snacking. And we talked about how, you know, as long as you're maintaining that caloric budget, that
It's a
you're able
myth
to eat what
that
you want.
it's a myth that if you eat at nighttime, that you're gonna retain more weight and calories. It's really just the water weight from the carb.
Right. You can eat really any time of day. So a calorie deficit is, you have your total daily energy expenditure, and this is the amount of calories that your body burns throughout the course of a day. And so let's say your total daily energy expenditure is 2,500 calories. That's how many calories your body burns in a day based on your height, weight, age, gender, and activity level.
Mine's only 17, but just
Right. So then, being in a calorie deficit, you want to eat 2 to 500 calories less than that number. So if your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, is 2,500, you'll want to eat no more than 2,300 to 2,000 calories per day. And you don't want to go below that, because if you eat too far in a calorie deficit, you could lose muscle mass and have trouble maintaining energy and focus. So 2 to 500 is really the magic number. So, you know, what we've done is really ho- honed in on that number for both of us, our maintenance calories, because we're both pretty fit and lean. Um, and made sure that we're within that budget for our maintenance calories. For our clients that are trying to lose weight and get fit, we're having them go 2 to 500 calories over. But we tell them, if you really love a certain dessert or a certain snack, don't cut that out of your diet. Give yourself permission, as long as you're prioritizing nutrient rich foods, fruits and vegetables, you're getting enough protein, then you should have some left over in that budget for things you love. And then you don't have this unhealthy relationship with food where you feel guilty if you eat a piece of pizza, God forbid. Um, we also talked about eating at family functions, especially as a busy parent. Um, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be a church function. There's always going to be a birthday party. There's always going to be a Super Bowl party, Austin. There's always going to be holidays. There's, family events and gatherings are ways that we bond and connect with our families. And oftentimes the way we do that is around a meal, around food. And so you have to plan for that, and you have to be prepared that's going to be something if you're on a fitness journey. I mean, imagine going to your mom's house, to Mama Coco's house, and going, we're not eating this certain thing or this certain thing or this certain thing. What would she tell us?
Oh, here's just a little bit of
Yeah,
this. Oh,
you are
here's just a
today.
little bit of that. Yes, you are today.
Right.
Back.
So part of being on a fitness journey is preparing and planning for those things that are inevitable. And if you're smart about it, if you're tracking your calories and you're keeping track of things, then that's not a problem. And then the last thing that we talked about, number 3, was training with injuries and still staying fit even though you have things in your past that still cause you pain or trouble today. We're not spring chickens. We're not 20-year-old paid athletes. Um, we're people that have lived some life and raised some children and have had some surgeries and had some injuries, and still figuring out a way to work around those obstacles to stay fit and be in shape.
We should talk about um, working out despite having a busy family and practices and jujitsu and voice lessons.
Right. So number 4 is of our top 5 challenges is, where do we have time to fit all this in? Whether it's cooking a healthy meal, whether it's prepping food, whether it's, getting that workout in. So there are days where you'll come home from work and then we, you know, I run the jujitsu school, so I'll teach a class, and then it's a scramble to make dinner, and then homework, a little bit of family time, and then putting kids to bed, and then it'll be 9:30 at night. And what'll you tell me?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry, but have you got your workout in today?
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
haven't worked out today.
She'll be
My
like,
my ring is empty.
right. Oh, by the way, I haven't worked out yet today. And I'm like, well, baby, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Like, you can skip a day.
No,
No. And so
you
there,
can't skip
there,
it.
there literally have been times where it's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and it's like, hey, will you go get the focus mitts? Can we box? Um, you know,
Let's
sometimes,
swing dance
yeah, sometimes we'll make it a fun thing. Like, we haven't gotten to spend time together today. We, worked all day, and then I taught my class. I worked with my clients, and then we had controlled chaos with the kids with dinner and homework and showers and baths and getting them to bed. And then, we want to spend time together, but it's like, but I still have to work out. So we'll do things like we'll put some music on and we'll swing dance in the living room for
Yep.
30 minutes, or I'll go get the boxing gloves. Let me tell you, learning to box together is like the best marriage therapy. You're like, oh, you've had a frustrating day? All right, let's hit the mitts. Definitely huge stress relief. And then she's not punching me, and
I have never punched him.
not once.
Never.
And for me, I um there's some days where I'll get her and the kids off to work and then I'll be able to go to the gym, and then afterwards I'll be able to get stuff done until the kids get off of school. Um
But on the other days that he's not able to do that, he wakes up at ungodly hours of the morning and goes to the gym before
yeah,
we
4
all get
a.m.
up.
Yeah, I'll get up at 4 and get the kids to school and do that before, and so I'm back from the gym before anybody's even awake. Um, and then get up and get everybody to school and get stuff done. And part of that is for me is I could say I'm working from 9 to 5, but the reality is the kids get home at like 3:30, and I'd like to say that oh, I'm still working, but inevitably somebody wants a snack, somebody's telling me about their day, somebody had some crisis with some kid on the bus, somebody's got a math assignment they don't understand, and so I do have to put stuff down and say, okay, I've got to work. So it's sometimes a sacrifice to carve out that time to get the workout done, to make sure that it's happening.
Yeah.
All right. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm going to jump in, make sure we hit some of these comments here for people who have jumped in. Her name Rissy? Reese, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for joining us. Leg lifts and setup this morning. Yeah, encouragement. That's awesome. Good job getting it done. Nice work.
Injuries can just motivate you too.
It was a
Instead of
good
holding you
Super Bowl
back.
party, Austin. It really, really was. There were
Yes.
a lot of cookies. A lot of cookies. Too many
Delicious
cookies.
cookies. They were amazing cookies.
Next 2 days after were like an 800 calorie deficit for us, making up for those dang cookies, but it was solid. All right. Yeah, she makes really good cookies for fire.
Yeah, they were.
All right, so number 5, I want to talk about the biggest struggle, but for this one I have, because this is more of a struggle for her than it is for me, so I want us to react to a quick video. And she hasn't seen this video, so I'm going to have her watch it, and she's going to tell you, because she's going to know right away, why this is such a struggle.
If you have an Apple Watch, you're going to know how disappointing this is. So this is January. I clearly closed all of my rings from the 2nd through the 31st, and I literally missed the first by like 40 calories. Like, I'm super proud of myself because I did really well in January and closed my rings, but like, what the heck? What was I doing? If you have an Apple Watch,
Yeah. The struggle is real. Oh my goodness. So I had this streak going of like 165 days
Mhm.
on my move goal. And
Of
then,
closing your rings.
yeah. And then one night
Come a
it
little
was,
closer.
it was 11:30 at night and I was exhausted and I was at 93%. And then I was gonna do a little indoor run to try to get those 7%, and I passed out instead.
And the next
And
morning
the
you
next
were
morning I was
devastated.
so upset. But he says that my watch is my boss.
Yep, this is her boss. This is in charge right here. And it's funny because
And right now I have closed my exercise goal and I'm at 52% on my move goal. So I need to hustle up on that. But we did take a nap today, so
she might
there's
start
that.
doing jumping jacks during this podcast. I wouldn't be surprised. No, it's funny because you'll be teaching during the day and moving around a lot at work and walking and just getting that movement, but your watch will have died. And you'll come home and you'll say, I didn't get my movement because my watch died at noon. And I'm like, well, I mean, you actually did get that movement. Like you weren't just like you act
No.
like your watch dies and then you just and you're out. But your watch dies, and you're still moving, you're still exercising,
But
but it's
it
not
doesn't
tracked.
record it, so it's not there.
Or or sometimes what will happen is in the middle, like we'll be 15 minutes into a workout, and for whatever reason it stops, like your heart rate doesn't get
Recording.
high enough, and so it just pauses. If any of you have an Apple Watch, you know that sometimes this happens. If your Apple Watch, if your heart rate doesn't get high, it automatically pauses because it doesn't think you're exercising. It thinks like you're taking a rest or a break.
And sometimes my heart rate doesn't get high.
Right. You have a naturally low resting heart
I
rate.
do. Super low.
And so your Apple Watch, 15 minutes into a workout, like decent workout, and
It'll
she
pause
looks at
on
her
me.
watch and she's like, "Oh, it didn't measure any of that." And so you'd think that you would just continue working out and in your mind know that you had that 15 minutes. Nope. She'll do an extra
Go.
15 minutes because those rings have to be closed.
Yep. That happened to me
Oh,
yesterday.
man. Yep,
And I
it
did
did.
a 45-minute workout instead of a 30-minute workout. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good though.
It was
good.
good, and I closed my ring.
But I mean that's one way to hold yourself accountable, is to let the technology go. For me, no one asked you, Siri. No one asked you. You shouldn't understand. For me, I use several different apps to track different activities that I do. I have, a app that I use to track my lifts and record, what lifts I'm doing. I have an app that I use to record like any cardio activities I'm doing or just basic movement. And then, obviously I have my ring set, but I'm not, if I'm taking a rest day, um, I'm okay with the rings not being closed. In fact, that's what they should have as a rest ring. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the Apple Watch should have a rest ring where, like, hey, you haven't closed your rest ring for today. That's what we need. We need, like, you
A rest
schedule it
ring.
out that, like, this is your rest day. This is the day that you're recovering. Put on a rest ring.
I don't know.
Would you close your rest ring? Or a nap ring? How about a nap ring? Put a 1 in the chat if you think there should be a nap ring. If you should get like 3 naps a week. How many busy parents out there, or just busy people on a weight loss journey?
When are you going to get 3 naps in a week?
I don't know, but that's a goal. It's a challenge, right?
So a nap instead of a workout?
Well, how about a workout and then a nap? Or a nap
we'll see.
and then a workout. Just not a nap while you're working out. No.
You're going off topic now.
So, speaking of busy parents, speaking of anybody who is either on a weight loss journey and having some of these struggles and not knowing how to overcome them, or maybe you're just somebody who's not happy with your body right now. You're not happy with your weight, you're not happy with your fitness level. You just know you could be doing better, but you're not sure what to do. You're not sure how to get started. There's a link in the description that takes you to my page where you can book a free one-on-one coaching session with me, a one-on-one consult. We'll kind of go over what you've been doing, what your goals are, and I can give you some free tips on how to get started, or get you into one of our 3 programs that could help you get on your fitness journey. Let's see what he said. Reese says, they have great parties with good people. How many calories is a person supposed to have a day? It just really depends on how many calories is someone supposed to have a day. Depends on your activity level. It depends on whether you're male or female. Depends on how tall you are, how much you weigh currently. And so that is one of the things that I do for my clients, is I help them determine that number and help them, understand what their total daily energy expenditure is, so they know how much they're supposed to be getting a day, or, how less they should get in order to, start losing fat. So, if anybody out there is looking to understand, the science behind weight loss and the strategies that work, um, definitely check the link in the description. Book a call with me. We'll help you out. We'll get you on the right track. We'll get you on a program that works for you, because the best diet, the best fitness program, the best anything is the one that you can stick with. And we're all about adherence and sustainability.
Yay, Amanda, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of
So
the
cool.
that's one, a lot of people will look at, she's saying because of the program, clothes are starting to fit and get baggy. A lot of people use weight as the first metric of success. And the problem with that is, just like we discussed earlier, if you have more carbohydrates or sodium or you're sore, your body's going to hold on to more water. Also, if you're building more muscle mass, if you're doing a good strength training and resistance training routine, you're going to grow and develop more muscles, and muscle weighs more than fat because of the density. The scale is going to disappoint you. You're going to stand on the scale and it's going to fluctuate 5 to 7 pounds daily, and you're not going to see the results that you want. A lot of people get discouraged by that. So you have to find some other metrics of success. And one of the first things that most of my clients are noticing is their clothes fitting differently. So if you're on a weight loss journey, if you've started a diet, you've started a program, of course, stand on the scale, measure your weight. But I also encourage you to go into your closet and find a couple articles of clothing that you used to fit in, that you used to love, and that you're sad that you can't fit into anymore. And then start trying those on every week or so, because you may not see it on the scale, but there's going to come a day where you put that pair of jeans on and you go, holy crap, I was able to button them today. I haven't been able to do that in months. Or that shirt that you put on and someone notices, like, hey, I haven't seen you in that shirt. Like, wow, you actually look good in that shirt. Or, one of my clients, he's a police officer. And one of the ways that he's been kind of gauging his success is in his utility belt, he's been able to go down a full notch and tighten it a full notch, which he wasn't able to do. So you definitely want to find some measures for success other than the scale, because the scale isn't going to be accurate always because of water weight. Ultimately, over the long term, you're going to see a downward trend in weight loss, but remember, the scale is going to ebb and flow because of water weight and building muscle mass. So definitely good that you brought that up, Amanda. Thank you, because heck yeah, clothes starting to fit baggy is definitely a good feeling.
Is there still an echo on the mic? No.
Awesome. So like I said, again, thanks again to Austin and Player One Productions. Definitely hit that link in the description if you're looking for any content creation, photography, hanging out with another pale white dude like me. If you're looking to get some good quality supplements, definitely check the link in the description. 10% off any EPN supplements. I promise you, it's good stuff. I wouldn't promote anything that I didn't use myself and absolutely love. So definitely my go-to. And if you're a busy parent or anyone just looking to lose weight, get fit, be stronger, get leaner, and just develop a healthy lifestyle, definitely click that link in the description, book a call with me, and we'll see what we can do next time. So go ahead and tune in next time. Definitely have lots more great content for you. Next time, we're actually going to be doing a giveaway of one free supplement from EPN of your choice. So stay tuned for when we do our next live stream, our next podcast, because we're going to be giving away one free supplement, whether you want the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Protein. You should definitely get the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Whether you want pre-workout, they have super greens. They even have a pre-workout that's non-stimulant, no caffeine. They have BCAAs, tons of different products. Go to the link in the description, check out their website, and definitely tune in next time. We're going to be doing a free giveaway of one EPN supplement to one lucky winner. So
Thanks for having
thanks for joining me. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.